It's no secret that I love how Winnipeg drafts, and they had 4 draft picks this year, so let's see how they did. The elephant in the room is at 37th overall, they drafted my boy, Alfons Frey. Now, I've really loved Alfons Frey since last season. He has just been such an impressive potential offensive defenseman for me, and again, we're in the game of projecting what players could be in the NHL, and I think the natural way that Frey is wired to generate offense really would work in the modern NHL in a way where he could be an extremely productive player in a few years. He's going to the second division in Sweden next year, which I think is a great stepping stone for him. He should earn a lot of minutes, his team is probably going to be competitive for promotion to the top division, and I'm just really a huge fan of this player, and really hopeful that he is worth where I had him on my list this year, which was at 11. He's an excellent skater, brings so many high-end traits to the game. I thought he played great at the under-18s this season, and I just can't wait to see where he goes from here. At 109th overall, they drafted my 79th ranked player in Kevin He, and I've liked Kevin He. It's hard to pick through how he is as a player because he plays for the Niagara Ice Dogs, who, I can't really be kind here, they're a bit of a tire fire, and so for him, it's really his team and his show that he's running. He gets the puck a lot, he gets to do whatever he wants with the puck, and he often gets away with it. He's got a pretty good shot from mid-range that he uses often, quick wrist shot, pretty decent slap shot as well. He's a player that I've liked going back to his AAA days, honestly, and maybe there's something here with Kevin He. He's got some decent pace in his game as well, and I thought in this range of the draft, I had him ranked higher, he was a decent bet for the Winnipeg Jets in this range. At 155th, they drafted one of the scoring leaders in the Finnish Junior League this year in Markus Loppanen. Now, I watched Loppanen here and there this season, and I will admit there's a lot of skill in his game. He brings a lot of positive traits to the game of hockey at the Finnish junior level. Outside of that, I kind of saw the skill level dry up a little bit. He couldn't get away with the same kind of things he was getting away with. The pace of his game isn't super high, but he leads with his skill level, and his skill level is quite high. He's confident, he dares guys one-on-one just like Kevin He does, and even Alfons Frey, and maybe that's the type of player that Winnipeg seems to like, and you can leave him in Finland for quite a while and see what you got with him, but I have limited expectations for Loppanen, but there were moments where I really liked what I saw out of him. And closing things off at 187th overall, the Winnipeg Jets took one of my favorite players of the year in Kieran Walton of the Sudbury Wolves. This guy has all the tools to be one of the most fascinating players in this draft class and was well worth a swing at 187th overall. The combination of size and skill and pace in his game was really impressive. He's not the best skater, but he gets up the ice really effectively. He's got a wicked shot as well. He gets into scoring areas. There's just a lot of things that Kieran Walton does, and I think at the end of the season, I watched a couple of games of him where I went, this guy could be really something. Like, there could be something here, because I thought he was really applying himself more often, using his skill a little bit more effectively, and I think with a couple of years of development in Sudbury, he could really be something, and the Winnipeg Jets could have a very interesting pick at 187th here. So again, considering what the Winnipeg Jets had in limited draft capital, I have to give them a great score of a 1B. Their guy at 187 was ranked in my top 50. Their guy at 109 was on my top 80. They drafted a top 12 guy for me at 37. They just really drafted a lot of guys that I've really liked this season. I can nitpick the Loppanen pick a little bit. I can nitpick taking Kevin He that early. But really at the end of the day, I think they got at least 2 really good offensive forwards. And I think with Alfons Frey, they could have one of the biggest steals in the draft if you're looking for offensive defensemen. I love this guy, and I really think that Winnipeg has just drafted a couple of guys who have fallen in the draft for one reason or another, and they just really haven't minded a lot of those guys. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm mostly talking about Brad Lambert, but Alfons Frey is a really talented player in and of himself, and I'm really curious to see where this draft class for Winnipeg goes. So that's it for the Winnipeg Jets. If you liked the video, you can click in the description box to find our Fanatics affiliate link, where anything you buy in the store will give us a small kickback, or you could go to Scouching.ca, where a subscription will get you access to a private Discord server, or access to early blog content, exclusive blog content, as well as just data tables for drafted and undrafted prospects, live access to my rankings as they change through the year, and plenty of other cool stuff. So with that, we're done with the Winnipeg Jets, and we're going to go on to one of the stars of the night, the Anaheim Ducks.